Now, the third phase is what we call the dark night of the soul. And there are countless books written about this psychological transition, and that is because it is so profound. This phase is like the descent into the birth canal, where we feel the pressure of everything around us pushing and pulling us forward, the soul calling us forward, having to leave behind life as we've known it up until now to emerge into something completely new. To do this, we have to feel even more restricted and go through even more darkness in order to break through to the other side. This phase is the triggering of like this massive purge within which life can get rough and it can get tough, and we make a mess dealing with all the shadows, letting go of all the heavy shit that is just weighing us down and preventing us from moving on. And this is when we have to consistently choose to show up for ourselves, to keep moving forward no matter what, no matter how tough it feels, and to surrender completely to this process. Because even though you may feel closed off from the messages of your soul at this point, your heart has already been initiated into this birthing process. And so the connection is still there. And it's just a little harder to hear in amongst all the noise and the chaos that's happening around you at the moment. So each harshness and ugly truth that we have to face this time is from our soul telling us that we have to do this work. This is what we have to deal with in order to move on. This phase will last as long as you allow it to, because what you resist persists. And during all this madness and pain and uncomfortableness, we are experiencing essentially the death of a part of ourselves. It's an ego death. We're also healing old wounds from this life and from others, and releasing karma. So it's hard, energetic work within which we're ultimately learning to love ourselves completely and to take care of ourselves with compassionate responsibility, as we are, warts and all, because we cannot truly love and care for any other being if we cannot love and care for ourselves. Without that personal responsibility, there will always be judgment. So this step is like creating a garden for the soul, in which we are forced to get clear and get rid of weeds and dig out roots and dig deep holes in preparation to plant seeds, and be brave enough to tell all of those who show up to trample our flowers that they have no business being in our garden, and then asking them to leave. And then we have to keep cleaning and keep clearing the weeds and let the light in. This phase is like a recognizing of patterns, and then we choose to empower ourselves with what we've learned. It is also the stage of the most ultimate level in shadow work, of seeing the darkness within you and loving it anyway. It's when we literally dance with the devil and then acknowledge that he is us, and that there is nothing to defend, protect, or fear from the darkness within us, because it is us. And by seeing this truth, the darkness is illuminated and turns to light. There's nowhere to hide, nothing to pretend. Our soul is literally bared for all to see.